It's Morbius. This is awesome. I guess I'm putting that in a bag.
The first movie I got to see in theaters last year was The Fall Guy. This was a much better start. The other night, my girlfriend and I went out and saw Companion. This is editing me, and I would just like to call myself out, because although I might have saw this the other night when I recorded this, I actually saw this movie a couple weeks ago now. So, yeah. Anyway, back to the video. It's a sci-fi horror thriller that I can't really talk about without spoiling the whole plot of the film. I think it's best going in completely blind, and I don't want to take that experience away from anybody. So if you haven't seen it, just know that it's good. I totally recommend it, plus it's only an hour and a half. Companion stars Sophie Thatcher as Iris, a companion robot owned by the film's antagonist Josh, played by Jack Quaid. Going into this film blind is better because you don't find out Iris is a robot until she does a half hour in. Sophie Thatcher did an excellent job in this role. Iris is a really entertaining protagonist, and a lot of that goes to how enjoyable Thatcher's performance was. I like all the little details that went into making Iris work, like her interesting facial twitches or when she hurts people and then immediately tells them how to recover from it. It makes her stand out from all the human characters and instantly makes for a unique protagonist. Iris learning to use her programming against her abductors has to be one of my favorite parts. Like when she gets pulled over by a cop because she's all covered in blood. It's established that robots can't lie in this movie, so she switches her language setting to Russian. This way the officer can't understand a thing she says while she actively tells him about her recent murder. I love that kind of shit. It's a lot of fun watching a robot understand its full strength and capabilities. In movies. Jack Quaid's character, on the other hand, is so cool, though. The performance is great. The guy he plays is actually the fucking worst. Josh lives his life with chronic nice guy syndrome and doesn't understand why girls like all the cooler boys and not him. He's like if Huey couldn't get Starlight, or like if Huey had a crush on Starlight, brought her back to meet the boys, and she was all like, "Hey, Huey, who's this guy? He's so hunky and cool." And Huey was all like... His goal in this film was to trick Iris into killing the guy who owned the lake house him and his friends were staying at. All so he could steal the house's hidden fortune. Although it's not really hidden. It's kind of just like behind a painting. I genuinely love how quickly this plan falls apart. After Iris escapes, Josh is doing nothing but damage control for the rest of the movie, and it's the best. Homie gets himself into pickle after pickle after pickle. It just keeps getting worse for the guy. For a film that's only an hour and 35 with this much going on, it's paced beautifully. I'm a big fan of the fact that Companion doesn't drag, and the cherry on top is that it doesn't feel like there's a ton crammed into the runtime. With a premise like this, it makes sense that the film has comedic moments, and impressively, it all flows really well, and none of it takes away from the overall tone. Companion was a blast, and a fantastic date night movie. I was gonna say it was the best film to start the year off with, but I still haven't seen Dogman.